Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Jeff's behind the bar putting up liquor. Karen came to the bar area where Jeff is, just in time for him to turn and saw her there. Karen. I see you remember who I am. That's good to know. I'm trying my best to remember what kind of life I have. Well, I hope it's not with my daughter with the matter. Why is that your concern? Because she's married. And I, for one, ain't gonna let you jeopardize that at all. Meanwhile, at the Crestwood Ridge Manor in the living room, Lucy and Tristan both came in. Till she stopped and turned and faced her husband, who saw. You haven't said anything on the right back here. I don't know if I should. Please tell me you aren't jealous. Should I be though? Well, let me answer that for you. And as Lucy began kissing her husband passionately. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment in CJ's bedroom, CJ's lying asleep in bed. Molly tapped him, and as he awoken and saw her laying beside him, causing him to sit up. Having troubles, are we? Where the hell did you come from? Dude, have you forgotten that I can appear almost anywhere? Well, don't do that unless you're my girlfriend or my wife, which you are neither. The point is, I kinda sense I was here waiting for the right moment for this. Waiting for what exactly? Come on. No need to be doubt here. There's got to be a reason to why you suddenly engaged yourself into a relationship with Helen Graham months after you and Tamara broke up. How do you know so much about me when I barely even know you? Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Maria's getting her stuff. Just as someone knocked on the door, and as Maria put her stuff down on the desk and head to the door, Nate, I didn't realize you were such in a hurry, and as she arrived and got the drawer, and it's Rita. Rita, what can I do for you? I need to have a talk with you. Sure. And as Rita came in, and as Maria closed the door, and as she turned and faced Rita, who did the same. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in the waiting room, Nate came to reception where the nurse is, and arrived just as she saw. Excuse me, is Adam here? Actually, I am. And as he came to where they are, and Nate saw him. Why don't you come to my office? And as Nate followed Adam down the hall, and soon arrived at his office with Nate going in, followed by Adam, who closed the door. And as he went towards his desk, and as he turned and faced Nate, have a seat. And as both Adam and Nate sat down, what's going on? We need to have a chat about the deal you and your wife made. Meanwhile, in the waiting room, Wilma and Michael are talking. I cannot believe it. Miracles can really happen. Yeah, they can. I knew in the end that our son will pull through. He is gonna be fine. Yes, he is. And as they hug in excitement, and as they pull away and look at each other seriously, just as Kristen approached to where they are, and stopped and saw Wilma and Michael looking as if they're in a private moment. And as Kristen became very easy by it, and as she in turn turned and walked away. Let's get back to Wilma and Michael. I want to see him. Then let's go. And as Wilma and Michael head towards Dusty's room, and arrived with Michael opening the door, and as Wilma went in, followed by him, who closed the door. Meanwhile, in the empty patient room, Kristen came in, and as she closed the door, looking outside the hallways thinking, unaware that Will is lying in bed, who saw her. Sounds like whoever's looking for you won't find you in here. And as Kristen turned and saw Will, who was lying in bed, and suddenly sat up. Kristen, yeah? Look, I have really had a long day and I really want to be alone, so do you mind? Actually, I do mind, because clearly something's not right here. Shouldn't you be my sister instead of pestering the likes of me? Yeah, I should be, yeah. And as Will got up, only thing is, she truly doesn't want to be with me. So why don't you tell me what's going on? Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Karen and Jeff are talking. You don't have to worry about me causing any trouble with the matter. Then why the hell did you kiss her? I just got caught up in the moment. Look, Karen, I remember the life Lucy and I shared together. Do you really? Do you also remember when you left her, when you chose Gloria over her because the marriage got, I don't know, boring to you? Look, I just can't switch off on how I feel for Lucy. Well, until your memory fully recovers, I think some distance between you and my daughter is what's best, yeah? Because the last thing she needs right now is you messing about her head and all. Seems you really care about your kids and all, as should you, being a parent to Sienna, your daughter, with your current wife. Meanwhile, at the Crestwood Ridge Manor in the living room, Lucy and Tristan are in a kiss. And as they pull away, I love you and only you. Okay, it's just when I came towards the diner and saw Jeff and you kissing, I didn't even know what to think other than to pulverize the guy, and I'm glad you didn't. He was just trying to gain his memories, but I am not gonna let him use me just because our past history and all. Look, I understand how much you two share, and I hope he do get his memory back in the end, and he will. In the meantime, why don't we go get a hotel room and spend some quality time together, you and I, yeah? I guess I should be lucky being married to you, and it's going to stay like that. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment in CJ's apartment in CJ's bedroom, CJ and Molly are talking. Look, I don't want to bore you with the grimsy details of my life, but you insist on prying on mine alone. I understand on how you felt, including finding out the black-hooded person who caused no offense. I really don't want to recap of what happened. Tamara and I meant a lot to each other, and I really thought I was gonna spend the rest of my life with her, and look how that turned out. I am really sorry about that. Why are you here? Really? Because I don't remember asking for a guidance counselor and all. You really do love Helen. Yeah, after all, I am engaged to her. You know what? Just do one, will you? And as Molly disappeared. And with that, CJ woke up in bed and realized it's a dream, and turned and saw his wife Helen sleeping right beside him. Damn. I really gotta stop drinking tea before I go to bed. And as Helen's eyes opened and saw CJ, who's awoken. CJ? And as CJ saw his wife, who noticed. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe in the office, Maria and Rita are talking. So, what brings you here, pray tell? Well, I've spoken to my husband and we've reached a decision. A decision about what? The deal having you and Nate getting married in order to avoid getting sent down for the crimes you committed against my husband and I in kidnapping our son. You really don't have to worry. Nate and I are really good. I know. The counselor has told me the good news about you two lot. But you two want to make a change to this deal, yeah? We do. In fact, you two lot are free to do whatever you want because as of now, the deal is off. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Adam's office, Adam and Nate are talking. Dude, you serious about this? As much as my wife and I hate what you and Maria did to our son, and honestly, we do. We can't let you two lot go on suffering. Oh, I see. I totally get it now. This is a test. What do you mean by that? You want to see me cheat on my wife with someone else because that's what I do best, since I can't be stable at all. After all, you lot do know my history. You make it seem as if you're gonna do it right now. Wrong. I love my wife a lot, and even without this deal, I would have married her regardless. You mean after the fact that you kidnapped her from my nephew, causing him to wonder that she did a run-up for the matter with either you or Justin just because my niece broke up with you and all? Don't act coy, dude. When you had a hand on telling Kristen and I some misleading information about her being pregnant. I could really sue you for that and make you lose everything you have, but I realized in the end, kidnapping Maria was your backup plan? Dude, I didn't plan this. It doesn't really matter. You and your wife are free. Meanwhile, in Dusty's room, Wilma and Michael came to where Dusty is, who saw them just as they arrived. Hey, Dusty. Mom. Dad. Yeah, we're here. And I promise you, your mother and I won't leave your side. Where am I? You're in hospital. But not to worry. All is taken care. And as Hannah and Ryan came in and saw what's going on, I see that our grandson is doing well. And as Wilma and Michael turned and saw Hannah and Ryan, who approached to where they are. Indeed, he is. Rachel told us that he's making a smooth recovery. That's an amazing way to start the year after the disastrous beginning we dealt with. Now that Dusty's back with us and all, we're gonna make certain it stays like that. Meanwhile, in the empty patient room, Kristen and Will are talking. Wow, don't you think, I don't know, that you're overreacting to what you saw? How can I? After all, they do share a son together. And that's all. Not even close. The fact is, my husband's been close to his ex-girlfriend since Dusty was rushed here. And the fact that every time I see them close, it's like I see them in a moment that I might interrupt in. Maybe because their son got the all clear. I'm just saying, you can't always fear the worst. You mean like you? When you confronted me sister about the signed divorce papers she kept for months? Look, I'm sorry. That was a real blow. No, I very much deserved that. But you gotta see exactly where I'm coming from, yeah? I do. I just didn't realize I would be the insecure wife who did sabotage her own marriage when I should have entrusted Michael. That's just it, innit? Trust. Believe me, I know the feeling. Look, just go to him and try to sort things out because you don't want to lose the one that mattered to you. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Karen and Jeff are talking. You know, you're right. I am a parent to a daughter who I think is amazing. Just think how she feels. She needs her dad more than ever. That is why, even though you don't remember her, just try for her sake, yeah? don't neglect her and her mom because of your memory, confusion, and all. I just want some answers on what the hell is going on, and waiting for them seems very crazy. That may be, but you cannot let that overwhelm you in any way. This isn't some overnight process. It is gonna take quite some time depending on how committed you are about Sienna and your wife. You've surely given me a lot to think on. No need to thank me. Just focus on getting your life back, yeah? And as Jeff turned and head to one of the fridge, and arrived and opened it, and took out a bottle of cold sparkling water and closed it, and head back to where Karen is, and placed the bottle on the table before her, which she saw. On the house, of course, for your advice. Thank you, and good luck, and remember about keeping away from Lucy. And as Karen got the bottle and turned, and head out of the pub. Meanwhile, at the Crestwood Ridge Manor near the front door, Tristan is waiting. Till Lucy came down the stairs with her bag and went to where he is, and as she put him down and stand and face him. You ready? Before we go, I just want to say, how do I get to be so lucky? That's 'cause you are. And I love that a lot. Let's go. And as Lucy got her stuff, followed by Tristan, and head to the door. But Lucy's iPhone rings, and as she stopped and put her stuff down and got back up and took out her iPhone and saw it's her mom and answered it. Oh, hey, Mom. Yeah, I need you to do me a solid. Sure. Look, I'm aware that you and Jeff talked earlier at the diner, and I had a chat with him not too long ago. Overall, until he gains his memories, I want you to stay clear from him. I will. In fact, my husband and I are getting a room to spend some quality time together. Excellent. I want you to meet me at my house tomorrow, yeah? Will do. Bye, Mom. And as Lucy hung up, Mom wants me to keep my distance away from Jeff. Sounds like she's right on the mark. The fact of the matter is, I love you. And when we get to this hotel room, I'm about to prove to you why you're the only man in my life. And as they begin kissing each other. Meanwhile, at the Applegate apartment, in CJ's apartment, in the bedroom, Helen and CJ are lying on the covers in bed talking. Everything alright? Yeah, because I have the woman I'm about to marry beside me. I couldn't be more happier. Well, it is tomorrow, now ain't it? Oh my God. What is it? And as Helen quickly sat up, followed by CJ. You're kind of scaring me here. And as Helen looked at CJ, I don't know what the hell I'm playing at. I'm not supposed to be here on your last day of freedom as you know it. Really? You believe in that superstition crap? Well, yeah. And as Helen got up and began getting dressed. Look, I can't chance it. Not even for a second. Helen, I am not letting anyone come between us. I know that. I am grateful to have the best thing in my life sitting before me, and I'll be damned to lose it. And as Helen finished, just as CJ got up and came to where she is, and as she kissed him and pulled away, but CJ pulled her right back into a passionate kiss. And as they pull away, I'll see you in exactly 12 hours from now. Looking forward to it. And as Helen got her purse and phone and went and left CJ's bedroom. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Adam's office, Adam and Nate are talking. Well, now that you told me this, you're probably wondering how to tell Maria. Don't bother. My wife is telling her the same info as we speak. You know, I gotta ask to be curious. What made you and your wife change your minds? Mate, be lucky I wasn't here when you and Maria kidnapped Max, and the fact that you two lot are walking free instead of being inside separate prisons. Because if I was here, I wouldn't have been nice, as they say. He's right, and as Rita came in and closed the door, and went to where Adam is, and arrived and stand beside him as they face Nate. Also, given the fact that his father is John Graham, one of the most powerful people on the planet, wouldn't also been nice either. So take this as a win, because my husband and I would like to very much move forward with our lives going forward. So go enjoy your freedom as you have it. What about your parents? I'll deal with them. Anyways, your wife is waiting for you in the lobby. I think it's best not to keep her waiting, yeah? And as Nate got up, yeah, thank you both. Don't get too carried away. And as Adam also got up, fact of the matter is, my wife and I didn't do this for you. And as Nate turned and went and left Adam's office with Rita following him, and arrived to close the door, and as she turned and faced her husband, you really think that was a wise choice we did? I don't know, but I guess we're seeing the end. Meanwhile, in the waiting room, Maria's waiting till Nate came to where she is, and she saw and got up just as he arrived, and he began hugging her. And as they pull away, I take that you also got the news. Yeah, I did. So sudden that they want to drop the deal, which I'm not complaining. I'm just glad this whole ordeal is over. And as Maria has the flashbacks of her and Rachel talking. What's going on? Well, this test says you're pregnant, and as the flashback ends with Nate said something wrong with his wife. What's wrong? I need to tell you something. I do too. Why don't we go home and reveal all? I like the sound of that. And as they begin walking down the hallway, holding hands. Meanwhile, in the empty patient room, Kristen and Will are talking. You are absolutely right. I still have time to save me marriage. I finally got me family back, and I'm not gonna let Wilma destroy that. I didn't mean have another go at her. Yeah, that would sound crazy now, ain't it? Look, thank you so much for being me sounding board. No problem. You didn't exactly answer my question earlier back then about my sister. The thing is, Kristen, Jennifer and I are on a pause for now. She really should be lucky to have such an amazing man in her life like you, just like I do with Michael. And as they both got up and head to the door, and arrived with Will opening the door for Kristen. Good luck. I wish the same for you. And as Kristen suddenly closed the door and locked it, and as she pulled Will into a passionate kiss, and as they both pull away and look at each other, till Will begin kissing her back, with her kissing also result in them kissing each other. And as Will led Kristen back to the bed, with Will taking off his shirt just as they arrived, and Kristen did the same thing, just in time for Will to get Kristen on the bed, and as he began to make sweet love to Kristen. Meanwhile, outside Dusty's room, Wilma and Michael stepped out and turned and looked at Hannah and Ryan, who's talking to Dusty. And as they look at each other, I guess we owe each other a pat on the back, as they say. We never for a second gave up hope, and our son in there is living proof of it. So now what? You mean how to arrange where Dusty's gonna be? You know what? Let's do that later and enjoy the moment we have with our son, yeah? I couldn't agree more. And as Wilma and Michael turn and head back inside to where Hannah, Ryan, and Dusty is, who all saw them